We're live. Can you move over a little bit? You're like right on top of me.
Okay.
There you go. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Ballistic Missionaries.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dan. And, did you forget
Hi.
me?
I don't know. Nobody's watching.
Oh, okay. Well, what if they watch it on the replay?
Nobody does that either.
Come on.
Except for your mom. And she knows who I am. So, hi, Julie.
6 other people.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the Ballistic Missionaries Wrasslin Supplemental. So let's get started. I know we're a little bit late, guys. Sorry. Let's get started with talking about what happened at Saturday night's main event.
Something
It
happened?
was not much.
Yeah.
It was mediocre.
Yeah. It's basically like
Fine.
Basically like their
PLEs
PLEs
have been fine.
Everything's been fine.
Oh, actually, wait. No, I do have something else to talk about before we get to that, because WWE is being a terrible employer. All right.
Hey, they're not an employer. They're contracting their talent.
There are two sides to this story. Okay. So, Rich Holland, if you remember him, he was solo for a while. He was part of Sheamus's faction. He was part of the Brawling Brutes with Pete Dunne. He got injured about 6 months ago, and
Was released.
he was released while he was injured. And something about WWE wasn't paying him his regular salary or something like that. Or they were.
I want to say typically when you are let go, this is my basic understanding of how WWE works and how like a lot of major wrestling organizations work, but specifically WWE. If you are let go, if your contract is terminated, usually you are put into a situation what's known as a non-compete clause.
Yeah. But you get like a stipend.
Yeah, but you do get a certain amount of pay for a certain specified amount of time in order to compensate for that non-compete clause.
But it's not like your normal paycheck. It's like a lesser amount.
It's usually some sort of lesser amount, from what I understand.
Okay.
Might be different from the last time I heard about it, but usually it's not quite as much as you are going out on the road or you to finish off your contract. And also as far as I know, are still paying his basic medical bills, but as a result of him being let go,
while injured,
he's really not able to, I guess, do anything.
Yeah, and it's been like.
And now he's running into, he's not able to
pay his mortgage costs. Yeah. And so he spoke out against WWE for firing him while he's injured, and he literally can't do anything
I can't even say so much of his speaking out against it, just stating the facts. Like
that's a good point. He didn't really speak out against it. Other people were. Other people have been pretty pissed off about it, and now it's our turn.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, I know we're both part-time librarians, but I do work also. I've been doing at-home workers' comp court reporting. I work for a subdivision or a subcontractor of the Pennsylvania Office of Adjudication, way down the line. And so I've been listening to workers' comp cases for 13 years. So I picked up a few things. Now, unfortunately, okay, so I did a bunch of notes. David Atunga is looking into the legality of it, and I wish him the best because that's a shitty thing to do.
I mean, the guy is a Harvard graduate with a degree in law. So.
Yeah. I mean, if there is a way to do it, I'm sure he will find it, but, I mean, I hope so. I hope there's a way to take care of it. But, all right, so WWE considers their wrestlers to be independent contractors or contracted freelancers. There's a little bit of fuzziness compared to what WWE feels versus how the wrestlers feel they're being represented. The status. It kind of feels like they're more like statutory employees and less more like contracted freelancers because they can't just stop doing something. Yeah. And if they leave the company, they have like you said, like was it a 1 month or 3 months?
Usually the standard I hear in the industry is a 90-day non-compete clause. And they're usually compensated for that non-compete.
Yeah.
To some degree.
So, but if you are an employee under workers' compensation, I know this is different states have different forms of legality, but under, you cannot be fired while you're injured if it is an accepted workers' comp injury, or even if it is a known workers' comp injury, if it hasn't gone to court or anything like that, you can't be fired. So you have all these employers coming up with stupid loopholes to try to get people fired. But in the state of Pennsylvania workers' compensation system, at least, that's an issue. However, under Connecticut law, which the WWE offices are in Stamford, Connecticut, independent contractors and contracted freelancers do not qualify for workers' compensation.
Which kind of sucks for something in the wrestling industry.
They don't technically qualify for that under Pennsylvania law either, as far as I know, but there are gray areas. For example, I have had workers' comp cases with Pittsburgh Steelers. I've actually had 3 or 4 Pittsburgh Steelers. I had a Pittsburgh Penguin once. I don't think I've had anybody from the Eagles, but and that is a similar setup where you are not like an employee; you are under contract by the employer, and they have been able to access workers' comp claims for their injuries, so. I mean, there's gray area there. You have to find it. Another gray area is that when Ridge Holland got injured, he got injured in Edmonton, Alberta, in Canada. So if an injury takes place by an American company, by someone living in America, in Canada or internationally, for Canada is a good example because it's, here it's like 4 hours over the border, that it will revert either to the employer's base of operations, which is Stamford, Connecticut, or I think in Pennsylvania law, I've noticed it more commonly reverts to, it'll normally take place where the injury happened, but if the injury happened over the border, any border, with the U.S., it will take place either where the employer is located. I said that wrong. Yeah, where the employer is located, or more commonly, at least in Pennsylvania, where the claimant is located. I don't know where Ridge Holland lives while he's in the United States, so I can't, come up with any further explanation than that. But
his citizen status also probably comes into play.
Oh God, I didn't think about that. Oh, it might. Oh shit. Yeah, that is a possibility too. I hope that it doesn't, but it might. So that was happening a few days ago. Ridge Holland went public with it, saying that this was happening. He was having his medical paid for, and he was receiving a certain percentage of his wages. Apparently not enough to keep going by.
Apparently WWE at this point, once the negative press came in, basically cut off the rest of it instead of like saying, again,
maybe what we did was shitty. Maybe we should put him under like a temporary contract or like a day, like some sort of a short-term contract to make sure that he's not, look, WWE screwed this guy over. Okay. He's an excellent wrestler. He's a good performer. And they just buried him until he got hurt. And then they just fired him while he was injured so that he can't work anywhere else at the moment. I mean, and now they're pissed off at bad press that they caused. So they're cutting off his medical care and his employment stipend, whatever you want to call it.
I wonder how much of this is somebody like, WWE itself, or how much is this is TKO?
Oh, to be fair, like whenever I hear about shitty decisions like this, and we will talk more about that, I assume it's TKO because what they care about is the bottom line.
Yeah.
We've all seen that in the past couple of years and the changes that have been going on in WWE. I have no doubt that like a TKO thing that they just take it over.
It seems like a slow creep in towards talent, a slow creep in towards creative.
Yeah.
In areas that they don't really have. Again, I am not a fan of Vince McMahon. Not at all.
No,
but there is something to be said about the way that he ran creative that works for professional wrestling. You kind of, I tend to think it works best when you have a small cadre of people running creative with
who actually care about the product.
Yeah.
Get to be in charge of the product and to having people like like Shawn Michaels, people who are veterans in the industry who know what it's like when you're attached to a shitty company, having them take care of their wrestlers, in creative and fiscal ways makes a difference.
And not having to answer to like 15 other sources.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't write down the order of these. All right.
I can tell you which one that it's
Well, the first one I wrote down. The rest of them I didn't number.
Okay.
All right. Well, so all that being said, we wish you the best, Bridge. I hope this gets cleared up, and I hope that somebody can find you some justice, because this is pretty shitty.
It is.
It's not cool. Oh, also, I want to send out our heartfelt sympathies to Charles Robinson, whose nephew passed away this past week or so.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Poor dude. Charles Robinson is a badass in this company, and wish you all the best, man. All right, Saturday night's main event. It was mediocre.
It was a service. It was a serviceable. It would be like a serviceable episode of Raw, but I mean, it's Saturday night's main event. And you feel like it's like something. I guess a couple of things happened to move the plot along, but it basically just moved the plot along. Not did I feel anything from that plot being moved? Not really. Yeah, I guess we could start off with the first match, which was Cody and Drew, which again seems
on billing.
Yeah, I mean, if you started off there, you're pretty much under the conception that Drew is not going to win. Like that was my feeling. Like the moment it came up first, I'm like, yeah. This is a starter match. This is a feel-good match. There's no way you're going to start it off and have Drew. Unless you really want to shock the audience, which I don't think...
no, they're doing things safe. They're not going to...
Which I don't... Again, I don't think it's going to be a thing. The whole card was pretty much safe for the most part. So...
Yeah. But, so... Cody retained. Drew lost, as usual. Stupid.
Yeah. I wasn't...
Whatever.
It's very hard to like, I guess, elaborate on these matches when there's nothing that really much happened. Again, the whole Cody Drew thing is like Drew is
not really a lot of story there,
Drew is doing his best, but he doesn't have much to work with. And Cody Rhodes post winning over Roman Reigns is very milquetoast, white baby face.
He's the face in this. He doesn't have to have a personality. All he has to do is show up and say inspiring things. Yeah. Drew's the one that's carrying, as usual, all the heavy weight in this.
Yeah, and I think Cody can do that, but I feel he's coasting.
But he's kind of coasting. Yeah. He's coasting a little bit.
Yeah. I guess next up is Jade Jade and Tiffany were next.
Oh, okay. Another title. Well, they were all title runs, but the women's title: Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill.
Again, I feel this was
it was an okay match, but it was telling what the ending was going to be.
Both the storyline and the fact that, if you're on the internet at all, especially like us who are what's the word, terminally on the internet?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so both of us watch a lot of wrestling stuff either on the internet or YouTube or anything like that. So we kind of get predictions and spoilers and stuff like that. So that being said, it was a serviceable match. It wasn't bad, but I felt like it was something that was coming, so I wasn't shocked by the ending. And again, I guess the takeaway from this is I feel like Jade Cargill was not ready for that belt.
So we should talk about Conan. Conan is a behind-the-scenes producer with AAA, which is now under the WWE banner.
And also,
Conan has gone on record saying he doesn't think that Jade Cargill is ready to hold a title, let alone that title. And I want to like her. I really do.
Yeah.
And I do in some ways, but I have to agree with Conan. It's not, she's not ready. It's not working. You know, she should have done the Blake Monroe, Stephanie Vaquer route, Jordan Grace route, and done her time in NXT because she was too green when she came in. And I think them just pushing her. And then she was out for 6 months with the fake injury storyline with Naomi, and that didn't help matters.
I think WWE's takeaway is that she had done time in AEW and was now the second longest reigning TBS champion. So they thought that she was automatically ready to go. I mean, I kind of call it like the Lex Luger effect. I think they were already getting something that was built in, so they brought her in much like they brought Luger in, and found out that Luger didn't have what it took to be the face, of the division, to be the face.
Oh, come on, Jade Cargill's nowhere near as bad as Lex Luger.
No, she does have some inherent skills. She does
she's not awful. She's just not where she needs to be for the push she's getting.
And I feel like maybe they're putting this on her eventually to have her go up either and Naomi and Bianca Belair. Whether that happens or not, it remains to be seen. But I feel like, as far as I know, Belair still has a problem. She broke her finger.
Was that what happened?
Yeah, broke her finger, and basically to the point where it came out of the joint right there.
Oh!
And I want to say every bone was separated.
Oh!
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is what.
Oh!
So the healing is taking a lot longer. Than,
that explains.
When I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, her finger's busted." It was just a finger. It's like, yeah, it's busted to hell. And basically, her being able to do just like basic workouts routines, let alone being able to perform in the ring, is severely limited.
Because basically, the nerves in your hand, the metacarpals, everything is going to be taking damage. Everything is going to be taking just insanely painful. So basically, she can't do much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. I didn't know that.
I'm thinking she's possibly not even going to be back in time for the Rumble. Like, I think if it happens, it's going to be towards WrestleMania. So, and then Naomi is at least at, I guess, what did she announce? She was pregnant sometime in June, July.
She's at like 5 months.
So she might make it back by Wrestle. I'm thinking like if it happens, it's going to be.
I mean, maybe she shows up for the Rumble. Wait a minute.
No.
When's the Rumble?
January.
Yeah, maybe she has like a guest spot or something in WrestleMania. But I can't imagine her wanting to come back like right afterwards. It's, maybe a year.
She said basically like 9 months and 1 day I'm coming back. Now whether she holds
but
that might be hyperbolic, but
it might be hyperbolic. It may be kayfabe, but you never know how a pregnancy is going to go. Like, look what happened with Alexa Bliss. She had severe complications during pregnancy, and she was gone for a while.
And also, her and Jay have been trying for a number of years, and they're both late 30s going into 40. So, like, that's nothing to mess around with. We both have had friends that have had kids around that age, and they're definitely not in the safest group when you reach that age and trying to carry it through with a child. But that being said, is it possible either both of them could come back? Yes. Is it likely 50-50 leaning towards no?
I'm going to guess no. I'm going to guess they're...
But I feel somewhere down the line, they'll...
Eventually, in the next year, I'm going to guess that both of them will be back.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I love both of them. And I've missed not having either of them be on the show, on WWE.
I think at this point, SmackDown suffers from, I don't want to say a genuine lack of talent, but I mean, it's not a whole lot in their women's division right now that haven't fought each other. Like, basically, Jade's main is either Tiffany, which I think is also going to wind up going on the injured list. I think it was basically for.
She did. She got injured.
So basically, it's Nia Jax. It's
yeah.
the only thing I can think
wow.
of. Nia Jax.
Unless they start trading up some women, because like they might do that at the beginning of the year again. They might go back to the draft.
Maybe. I mean, if there's anybody that you want to pick from NXT at this point, you might want to.
It would be a great time to have Lash Legend and JC Jane come to the main roster and go on SmackDown and not get buried.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. I mean, I think Lash. Listen, if you want, like, again, a big Hoss versus Big Hoss type of deal.
Nia versus Lash.
Nia versus Lash or Jade versus Lash. I feel.
That would be
again like none of those folks are what I would call ring generals. I guess the only other people on that roster with SmackDown right now is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, but
they're doing the tag team thing.
But I feel they're going to lose to the Kabuki Warriors somewhere down the line.
Yeah, probably.
But again, that's my thought on Jade Cargill. I don't think she was ready for the belt, and I don't think
I got off track.
And SmackDown has a very weak women's division right now.
Yeah, they have a weak everything division. Honestly, they're the lesser of the two shows, which sucks because I like SmackDown. Yeah. Friday night, woo! Fuck Mondays. Anyway, all right. Then it was the IC title, right?
Yes.
All right. So as we reported last week, unlike we reported last week, Penta shows up in the match. We reported last week that it was going to be Dom versus Rusev, but I done messed up and forgot that nobody won in the qualifier match between Rusev and Penta. So I wrote down Rusev, but it turned out Rusev and Penta were both going against Dom in a three-way match.
Again, this was one of the more interesting matches.
It was a bad match. It was pretty good.
It was a good match, all in all. I think Dom was this. I would say Dom with the assist from Penta were the out superstars of the match. But Dom was definitely carrying all the storytelling elements of it for the most part.
Yeah. That kid's gotten so good in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
man, he has done a 180 from where he was when him and his dad were tag teaming, and even when he started in Judgment Day, like he is, and you know what, he is deservedly carrying. He's so massively over now. With the crowd, so it's been awesome to see.
And if you had asked me like 2022 if Dom would be in this, I would have said no. I
used to tell a joke. Okay, this is my Dominic Mysterio joke. It was, what's Dominic Mysterio's favorite move? Because he would do that. He would like shy away from actual like combat and stuff, and he was fine, but he wasn't that good. And he, but honestly, like. 2025 Dominic Mysterio is a freaking wonderkind. Yeah. In a lot of ways.
If you told me in 2022 that Mysterio would have gotten this far, I honestly thought he would have washed out by now and looked for something else, or
gone back into be like his dad's tag team partner,
or being a habitual jobber, or being like a lower card with the LWO, something to that effect.
Oh yeah, that's a possibility.
But I tend to think like. I agree with a lot of people in wrestling, both wrestlers themselves and other aficionados, where they like being a heel is more educational than being a face.
Most definitely. And also, that kid carried so much heat on his shoulders for years, and he never crumbled under the pressure.
Yeah. He carried a lot of fuck off heat.
Oh, he did, and he kept going. You got to give Dom credit, man.
I think it went from
come so far.
It evolved from when he was a face of nobody cares to fuck off heat to genuine heel heat, the kind of heat, the kind of heat that a heel generally.
You love to hate the guy.
Yeah,
to now he's just fucking over. It doesn't matter what he does. I really love Dom.
Yeah. They said one of the most difficult things is to get over as a heel.
Yeah.
If you could do that, like The Rock did that in the late 90s, with when he was. I don't remember the name of the faction. He was with Nation of Domination.
Oh yeah.
And then with a corporation and stuff like that. Like I said, Dominic's. I guess I hate to use the word evolution because it's such an overused term, but progress with the company has been staggering.
It has been. It's been great. I don't think enough people are talking about that, quite frankly.
To the point where people like consider him now like as a possible world title contender. Like
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, IC title. Dom retained.
Yeah.
It was a good match. You picked Dom. I picked Rusev.
I think that was the only one.
I didn't realize Penta was going to be in it because I don't know if I would have changed, but I probably would have picked Penta. Yeah. I don't know. I
felt like this was one of the two that like it was not. It was kind of a foregone conclusion, but I
honestly like a lot of these I didn't know how to choose. Like some of them I was like, yeah, it's probably going to be Jade. Yeah, it's probably going to be Punk. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Cody. This one was really hard. I wasn't sure where they were going to go with it, but now it makes sense.
Yeah,
hindsight.
I knew it was Cody for sure when there was an opener. Well, when he was the opening.
Oh
match.
Yeah, as soon as that started, I was like, I picked the wrong damn guy.
Yeah,
I picked Drew because I always pick Drew.
One of those dead giveaways. Either that or like I would say at Money in the Bank when Naomi came out first and had literally the Money in the Bank outfit,
and
had the big entrance. Like, yeah, Naomi's gonna win.
Actually, for a minute there, I thought Penta was gonna win because he got a big entrance.
Yeah,
but we were both of us to see.
But now they're kind of lining up between him and another bout with his dad. Which might be the spelling the end of Rey Mysterio's career. Going out by
he's getting old though.
Yeah,
he's
in his early 50s.
Amazing,
yeah.
But he's still in his 50s.
That apparently did some stem cell therapy.
Oh,
that's
for his knees, yeah,
that did some wonders.
And damn, it did do wonders.
I guess moving on though.
All right, then the last match of the night was the heavyweight title that was given up by Seth Rollins due to his injury. CM Punk versus Jey Uso.
I was wrong on this one. I
got that right. He still beat me, but I got that right.
You didn't want, but to be fair, you didn't want to be right.
No, I also didn't really care about it much.
Yeah, I just feel this one.
It was just so safe, you know.
I'll give him one fair thing. This was a last-minute deal because of Seth Rollins.
Yeah, they did have to throw together a bunch of stuff. They didn't have time to build up a storyline.
Yeah. To be fair,
but they could have gone so many different directions.
This could have been a point where they finally put LA Knight over. I think anything like you're basically okay. Who are our two biggest T-shirt sellers? And it's like Jay and Punk, and like okay,
yeah, let's do them.
It could have been Braun. It could have been Braun Breaker. It could have been Bronson Reed.
It could have been Braun Breaker versus Bronson Reed.
Yeah, it could have been a number of things. I'm just kind of glad. I hope this is still. I've heard now that what's his name? Logan Paul is now.
We'll get to that.
We'll get that. Yeah, we'll get to that. But
let's finish up talking about this.
But I feel the Punk thing was just the safest, most money. Like we're gonna make a shit ton of money off of this in merch sales.
What grade would you give it?
C minus.
Oh, you're being more mean than me. I was like, I'm gonna give it a C, and that's mean. But no, honestly, that's fair.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was mid. It was a disappointing mid, which is where I got the C minus instead of C.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's start with SmackDown last week. Tiffy and Jade had to be separated by security. Tiffy called Jade out because Tiffany Stratton is still slightly injured and went into the match anyway, despite Adam Pearce's orders to not do that. But I don't know. She might be out for like an actual injury, not kayfabe injury. R-Truth showed up. He seems to think it's Christmas, but he was handing out candy I have in here, dementia has never been so fun. He was handing out candy to the machine guns who were trying to convince him that it was Halloween, and he thought that they were...
Well, it was Halloween.
Well, it was Halloween, but
right,
R-Truth thinks it's Christmas.
Yes.
Even though he's giving them candy.
He doesn't know what day of the week it was.
Yeah. All right, so actual match. Ilya Dragunov versus Nathan Frazier for the IC title.
That match was
the
way...
US title.
Yeah.
That should have been on their PLE. That was a great fucking
That match was way better than it deserved to be.
Oh my god, it was really good. But I mean, how can you expect anything less from those two? They are both consummate performers.
It's the way an open challenge should. Like, if you're going to go with the open challenge storyline, you should bring those guys out, and it should be a clinic the way that it was.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Dragunov retained. Tommaso Ciampa came out for some reason. I missed why he's involved with Nathan Frazier. He tried to get involved, but nothing really happened with that. I
think Ciampa is maybe going for probably. He might be going on this week. I didn't check out the lineup for SmackDown for tonight.
It might be.
But again, I like.
Great. I like Tommaso Ciampa.
I think that's a guy that should be going for some singles. Both him and Gargano, I think, are capable of. They both were at one point the face of NXT, and I feel that they could both. Be the face of like SmackDown or Raw at some point.
They could be, yeah. It would be nice,
but I think
it would be nice to have either of them as singles competitors because they can do it, or both of them as a tag team that's not an afterthought. Yeah. Because the tag team matches are always afterthoughts.
Yeah. Again, like when's the last? I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen the Wyatts, and I think it's been a few weeks, and they're the champions on SmackDown. Like, It's confounding because unlike Raw, SmackDown has a viable tag team division.
Yeah, yeah, they do. Did they do anything with it? No. All right, they're still doing this Kit Wilson toxic masculinity woke guy bullshit versus Mello. It was a nothing match. Mello won. Miz came out and was being a dick. Nobody cares.
Again,
which is unfortunate because
WWE has a bad reputation of trying to figure out leftist stereotypes. It's like
and they don't usually do it well.
Yeah,
and sometimes I think they don't do it well just because they're trying to mock it.
Yeah, their whole Antifa angle a few years ago was a
but their mocking is just pathetic because Republicans don't have a sense of humor.
No.
Fascists don't have a sense of humor, especially. Anyway. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. It was okay. Bliss won. JC, Mateo, and Tama Tonga versus the Motor City Machine Guns. The Tamas won. Then the MFTs came in. Then Rey Fenix and Shinsuke came out to equal the odds. It was a big overbooked mess.
I feel with I feel with the MFTs, they're building them up eventually to a showdown with the Wyatts.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing.
And basically, if they win it, they'll probably defend it very much in a Freebird rules thing where it'll mainly be...
We should explain the Freebird rule, just in case.
Basically, in the 80s, the Freebirds were a trio, but they won tag team titles in various organizations, and they basically had a rule where any two of the three members could wrestle. That's the same thing I would tend to think the MFTs would wrestle under.
So
any of the...
But it's not just the MFTs that are doing this. It's pretty much any faction, because, like, in the past, Judgment Day has done it, and, it's just it's a thing that happens sometimes.
So far the Wyatts, it's been the same two guys.
Yeah, it's been... Derek Loomis, Dexter Loomis, sorry, and Gacy.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy. Yeah, he's my favorite Wyatt.
Gacy and Loomis have pretty much taken on the tag roles in the Wyatt Six, and it's sort of been like how Judgment Day, like Finn and
at the same time,
have become like the tag team.
I just find multiple problems with the Wyatts. You have a viable tag team, but your main guy right now, Uncle Howdy's quasi MIA. I haven't seen him in a month of Sundays.
Yeah.
So I kind of think it's a co-leadership now between Eric Rowan and
Abigail.
Yeah, what's her name?
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross. Yeah. I feel.
Abigail?
I don't think she's called Abigail. I think she's still Nikki Cross in this.
Oh, I thought it was like Abigail the Witch or something.
Her
like
sister
that.
Abigail is what Bray Wyatt used to call whatever the person was. But
okay, I may be getting
that
confused.
that being said,
leave it in the comments, please. Somebody comment. My God.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. And then to finish it out, there was a contract signing between Drew and Cody. It was blah, nothing sauce. I printed my notes out this time.
Yeah, we're getting into the digital age.
Yes. So let's hit up Raw on Monday. CM Punk came out to start the show. And I have a note in here. At least he had a reason to this time.
Yes.
Shockingly, because CM Punk would do nothing and still come out and have a 30-minute promo.
Yeah.
Where he just whined about absolutely nothing because he didn't have a title. So it was refreshing that he now has a title and he, came out and did the opening promo to the show.
I'll say this. I will give him credit for his promos. He's mentioning that he wants to have feuds or have matches with people that traditionally have not gotten shots in the past. He name dropped Dominic Mysterio. He's dropped a few people that James D. McDonough in particular, because I feel like that's a guy that could at the very least be a great U.S. or Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, he's the guy that always takes the falls in the Judgment Day, and it's bullshit because honestly, I think JD McDonough is better than Finn Balor.
NXT or NXT UK, JD McDonough was
he was the
when
shit.
It was it was the Irish Ace, and it was that guy to me should be at this point a multiple time U.S. or Intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
But instead he's kind of the fall guy because he's not even the youngest. I want to say he's late 20s, early 30s. But I think because of his the guy with the least amount of time on the main roster, other than Roxanne, but I feel like Roxanne's another person they're putting a rocket on her back to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I'd say again. I think within a year or two, Roxanne's at least going to be women's IC or US champion.
Yeah. So CM Punk is out talking. Logan Paul comes out because he wants a title shot. The Vision came out because they want a title shot. They attack Punk. Logan Paul runs away because he's a little bitch, but then he comes back to help. We'll get back into that. That will come back to bite someone in the ass at the end of the show. Then, as far as actual matches go, Judgment Day ladies had a match against Stephanie McCare and the Wine Mom, Nikki Bella.
You love her. She's your favorite.
Oh, don't even joke about that. That's terrible. I'm sitting here wearing a China shirt. You cannot make that joke right now because it is offensive.
Oh, okay.
A person who actually deserves to be in the Hall of Fame versus a drunken wine mom that Vince McMahon wanted to bone, who is in the Hall of Fame, despite the fact that she can't wrestle. Did I just stab you with my pen?
No.
Okay.
Just missed.
Okay.
Better luck next time.
Anyway, all right. So Judgment Day won the match, but we all lost having to watch Nikki Bella pretend to wrestle once again.
It was basically, it did feel very slowed down in order to compensate for Nikki Bella's lack of
ability, talent.
I would say basically that she hasn't wrestled regularly other than...
Yeah, but she was terrible when she was wrestling regularly.
That's also true.
But so the parts where Nikki Bella wasn't in was really good. Yeah. But then Nikki Bella came in and everybody had to pretend to be Raquel and Roxanne had to pretend to be terrible wrestlers to make her look good. And it was pathetic.
She's a viable contender, but she's not.
She's not. It's pathetic. It's fucking pathetic that this is still going on. Anyway, Penta versus El Grande. Penta won. I don't remember much about that match.
No, neither. It was...
I
do remember that
Rio and Bravo came out.
I'm not calling him Rio because it just sounds like a Street Fighter character.
It's Rio and Bravo. Stop being turds.
Yeah, it's it. That was fun. They interfered, and I want to say they were stopped by AJ and Dragon Lee.
Yeah, that's right. I
I think that might lead into like the Luchadors having a match with those two, but I don't think that's going to go anywhere. I feel so bad for Pete Dunne. I feel so bad for Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, man. Like those guys.
It is. It sucks. Those guys were so good. Well, I feel bad for what's his name? Yeah. The main guy.
Oh,
German dude.
Yeah, not Karrion Kross. I was going to say Karrion Kross. That's not right. No, he's not.
I feel bad for all three of them. It's just such a stupid gimmick.
Yeah. I felt bad when it was Chad Gable. Chad Gable was a perfectly
Chad Gable's a fucking Olympian, man.
Where the hell is American Alpha? Like,
or American Made.
American Made. Like,
haven't seen him.
They dropped all three. All
three of them are gone. Chad Gable's gone. Who the fuck knows where they are?
Chad Gable's on the injured list. I get that. The other
is he?
Yeah, he's been on the injured list.
Oh.
That's why they had the not Luther.
Oh, that's right. That's why they had the switch over. That's right. I forgot about
Ludwig Kaiser. I was about to say Luther Vandross.
Yes. Luther Vandross.
My favorite.
Dipped in some bleach.
He was my favorite. Like he was my favorite member of Imperium.
All right. So anyway, let's move on from that mess. Dom came out, did a promo, declared himself the king of the luchadores, and Ray came out, faced him in the ring to tell him off because he said he was insulting the Mysterio name, and he was insulting Eddie Guerrero, and he was insulting
that was a great
all of the luchas who came before him, and
because like Dom, the crowd was on Dom's side.
Yeah. And Dom said something about his dad. He wasn't.
Eddie was his dad.
Yeah. Or something like that. Oh my god!
Don't you talk about my real dad? I'm like, yeah. And the crowd's like, "Ooh, damn!"
It was funny.
Like that was. He's so good at being a whiny bitch. Gen Y
he's so good at it that now the crowd loves him for it. Yeah. That's amazing. But Ray ends up beating his ass. Does the 619, and Dom runs away. Then it was the Kabuki Warriors versus Lyra and Bailey, who I am over this partnership at this point. The Kabuki Warriors won, but when they went after Lyra and Bailey, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss showed up, and then they ran away. They're definitely building this up for
I still want Asuka and Kairi to win the titles because I think that's going to elevate this. The only storyline I care about right now is the emancipation of Kairi Sane storyline that's going on.
You can do it, Kairi. There are resources.
Yes. We can get you out there. There are a couple of. We should be making fun of mental abuse or emotional cruelty. Those are terrible things in the real world. This is not the real world. And a storyline and the way that's being presented in this overly cartoonish way, it is very compelling and entertaining.
Yeah. The signs have been great.
Yeah.
Kyrie!
Look at her! She has not fed me in months. I'm so hungry.
All right. Then we had AJ Styles versus Dragon Lee. I almost said AJ Lee.
AJ Lee and AJ and Dragon Lee.
They're cousins.
Yeah.
No, not really. Versus the Judgment Day tag team. AJ and Dragon Lee won. And then the main event was High Consequences. It was Punk and Jay versus The Vision. Basically, Jay got his ass knocked out, and it was Punk versus facing off with the Vision guys. I didn't write down who won. Oh, the Vision won. They pinned Jay, I think.
Yeah.
And then, so Punk was left standing. They went after Punk. Logan Paul comes out to the ring with a pair of brass knuckles. You think he's going to be on Punk's side, but he beans Paul with the brass knuckles. And then he walked up to Paul Heyman and handed the brass knuckles to Paul. And then they kind of just stood there staring at each other until the show ended.
Basically, with the insinuation that he's joining.
Yeah, is he joining? Is he helping but not joining? Is he going to take over?
I feel like this is a last-minute decision to try, give him over to Paul Heyman to try and make him something viable.
With him. The crowd was not happy at this. The crowd was booing and they were swearing at Logan Paul. They were really unhappy. And it was very much in a go away manner because people want Logan Paul to go away because Logan Paul sucks. And people are starting to pick up on this, but WWE isn't listening.
I also think
actually they were dampening. I noticed that it sounded like they were dampening the crowd noise, so it wasn't as obvious that they were booing and swearing at him. They didn't do what they do sometimes, where they pipe in cheering noises. They just dampened the boos a little bit. That was my observation. Go ahead.
I also think they were probably not happy in the idea that if he is going to be, chances are he's going to be the guy leading the division. Which
it seems like that might be the case.
I think with to go from Seth Rollins to Logan Paul is definitely a downgrade. On top of that,
it's they're what's the word? They're
grading down.
Sure. Big time.
Yeah.
They're slumming it. Yeah. That's what it is. They're slumming it, especially considering that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are both just so much phenomenally better athletes and more capable than that.
Just better professional wrestlers. I mean,
they are. Yeah.
Braun Breaker is a second generation wrestler that's basically one of the most natural talents I've ever seen in the ring. I would put him and Tiffany Stratton were like a crop that came out of NXT that were just made for the industry. Like the guy is natural on the mic. He works well with Paul Heyman, and I tend to think is ready for a world title shot. I don't want a world title anywhere near Logan Paul. And the fact that it's been teased on several occasions at this point is
that little shit did not deserve a first title run, let alone a second title run. Okay. He's the fucking
greatest U.S. title.
I know he bought into your fucking company, but people don't like him.
Yeah,
and people are getting sick of being force-fed shit that they don't like.
Yeah,
that's why you're facing a bunch of shit right now. WWE management, like people not signing up for going to shows, and people. Oh, that's something that we didn't touch on.
What's that?
The thing about people they're getting some heat from fans, and even
last SmackDown apparently there were large crowds that were pretty empty from what I heard.
Yeah, and people are starting to get sick of the fact that their shows are getting super fucking expensive, and even Randy Orton was shocked. There's a video of him being shocked at how expensive the seats are to get into just regular shows.
I mean, why he's not been on TV.
And he's like, I can't afford to take my kids to go see this.
Yeah.
And he works for the fucking company, man. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. And now they're like, oh, well, we're going to have our Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. People will pay to go to Saudi Arabia. It's like, no. People can't afford to eat Thanksgiving this month, okay? They ain't paying for your fucking seats. They ain't paying for your expensive merch. And they ain't paying for your fucking ESPN app. Bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
It's coming to a head financially for them, and they don't seem to notice or care because they don't pay attention to their fans.
No, they don't. I mean, on top of that, there was apparently their third quarter statement came out, and overall their stock is up, but it's only in the fact that they have been. Yeah, basically.
But eventually,
yeah, they have been selling their stuff at their merch, their tickets at more expensive prices. The launch of the ESPN.
It's a bit of a bubble at this point that will be bursting very soon.
Yeah, I'm
getting pissed.
I'm waiting for WrestleMania ticket sales to. That's going to be the litmus test of how this formula works or doesn't work. Because I want to say last year there was something like the cheapest seats were like $300-400 up in
the nosebleed seats were like $1,000 almost. Yeah.
And then I heard there were packages going all the way up to like $50,000 to $70,000.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It is ridiculous. I feel like you shouldn't be dropping more than like
You shouldn't be dropping more on WrestleMania tickets than like a normal person spends on like a car.
Disneyland.
Or Disneyland, yeah. It's kind of bullshit.
Like Disneyland, at least you might not get through the entire park in one day. WrestleMania, like say a night at Raw or SmackDown, you went there for what, 2 hours? Maybe I guess with
maybe
like
four, probably closer to
3 to 4 with like dark matches. Before and after the show. Last time I was at SmackDown, we watched like an hour of like 205 live and a 1 or 2 dark matches, and then we went into the main card, and then there was like a Charlotte versus Becky Lynch thing afterwards, after the show went off the air. So all in all, we were there from like 7 o'clock till about 11. But I mean, that's still 4 hours, and I think the tickets were like $40 or $45 a pop or something like that.
$10 an hour. That's fair.
Yeah. Where like now it's like you're paying hundreds of dollars per hour or something like that. It's
pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. Again, I don't know what not TNA, but AEW's ticket price, but I can't imagine.
Looked it up, but I'm a little afraid to, honestly.
Yeah, same here.
Anyway, let's get to NXT. So NXT opened with a 6-woman tag match. Fatal Influence versus the ladies from The Culling and Lola Vice.
Yeah.
It was actually a pretty decent match. Despite Lola Vice. Despite Lola Vice and despite Fallon Henley. Fatal Influence without Jasmine Nix in it with Lainey Reed is a pretty tight group. They're pretty tough. It was a good match. Fatal Influence won. This was kind of funny. Okay, so Kelani Jordan, we talked about this last week at Halloween Havoc, used her belt as a weapon. Yeah. Apparently people have been pissed about this, so Kelani Jordan had a promo defending her use of this. The crowd was very much not into it. It was a terrible promo. The crowd was making fun of her while she was doing it.
Non-emotional
it was like such a nothing fucking promo, and the crowd were not on her side. They were outrightly mocking her.
Yeah, justifiably so.
Justifiably so. It was not good.
Yeah. I think she's better as a no-nothing white meat baby face. Like the heel thing is not working for her.
No.
Like if you're gonna go that
route, boring as a baby face, but baby faces often are boring. This was just painful.
Yeah, like nobody cares.
But everybody's mad at me because I used it as a weapon. But Dominic Mysterio can do it, and nobody gets mad at him.
Please don't make this a men-women thing. Like it's not in that case. No,
Dominic has personality, and he's an actual heel. I don't know what the fuck.
Nobody got mad at Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley has personality.
Cool.
Mention somebody like Rhea Ripley, or mention somebody I don't know. I mean,
like Monroe.
Yeah, like Monroe does it because
that's who she is.
Because they're over with the crowd.
Jordan heel? Is she a face? She doesn't have enough personality to figure out either, quite frankly, at this point. Anyway, all right.
I think that material could have been handled by a better wrestler with a better... she's a fine wrestler. She's just horrible.
She's a good wrestler. She's just boring on promos, on the mic, on anything that she does. It's pretty boring.
She's a personality nexus.
Yeah. All right, speaking of personality nexuses that the crowd hates, Josh Briggs is still wrestling.
Oh my God, they hate him. They hate him.
He is terrible. Where
Kelani Jordan, you might have a little bit of hope because she's at least talented in the ring. Josh Briggs is just nothing in any category.
He's not good in the ring. He's not good on the mic. He's obnoxious. He's annoying. He has the worst go-away heat of all of NXT.
He is not incompetent to the point where I'm worried about the safety of anybody.
He's not like B-Fab. He can wrestle. He's just not good at it.
He's just not good at making a match exciting at all. He's not good at us being liking him in the right way or hating him in the right way.
Yeah.
He is a large void. That is the most interesting about him is that smoking skull shoulder pad.
And you feel bad for the skull for being on him. That's how bad he is.
It's
But anyway, he went up against El Grande Americano, who won. And the chants were back. Briggs says, "Stupido," and "You still suck."
Yeah.
The crowd does not like Josh Briggs.
I've heard someone like the Doors that way.
Yeah,
like,
go away, Josh. You suck, Josh.
It's some serious fuck off heat.
Yeah,
it's not even
you
go
guys
away.
Gotta pay attention to this. They don't want him around. Seriously,
I think they're just not firing because they feel bad if they let him go. At this point, it's like it's gonna totally like. I don't want to imagine like something bad's gonna happen, but I feel like something bad is going to happen. Like if Josh Briggs is like, oh man, that's where I hit rock bottom. But that went dark really fast.
yeah.
But like,
Feels accurate though. Yeah. All right, so apparently this wasn't on the show, but they did show clips of it. But Ethan Page and Chelsea Green won mixed tag titles in AAA, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. That was very cool.
I know that's probably for you a title, some sort of format you would love to see in the Big Two.
That'd be neat, yeah.
A mixed tag championship.
I'd like to see Ethan Page and Chelsea Green do a mixed tag championship on the regular show. That'd be very cool. All right, Ricky Saints and Trick Williams are back on their shit, promo battling each other from safe rooms, and then they apparently found each other. This kitty dancing unwillingly, who's going to just definitely claw later, is more interesting than all of this Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints crap. Thank you, Teddy. We love you, Teddy. He's going to claw.
Mostly me.
Yeah, he's staring at you. He's not happy. Speed title semifinals: Zarya versus Red Sinclair. It was a good match, but Zarya won.
Yeah.
Kalani Jordan versus Tyra May Steele for the TNA Knockouts Championship. Jordan retained. It was a pretty decent match, too. Santina Morella zoomed in to force Jordan to defend her title in a triple threat match at Gold Rush. I didn't write down who she was defending it against, but...
well, your rule on TNA comes into effect, isn't it?
Nobody watches TNA.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Apparently, Zarya wants to face John Cena for his last match. Will she show up in the tournament? Probably not, but there is going to be an NXT contingent in the John Cena final match tournament. It would be neat if she showed up.
The one I would love to see is Oba.
Oh my God, yeah, that'd be cool.
Since Oba's kind of dropped off the face of the earth since he lost the title.
Oba might show up in that NXT contingent. That'd be neat. It's weird, but I'm actually kind of super excited for this tournament.
I am too. Again, how much is this? That little element is like, oh, it could be somebody, the people that don't work here. It's like, how much of that is
actually going to happen?
Yeah. How much and how good is it going to be? Is it going to be like, the gobbledygooker shows up or something like that? Or is it going to be? Yeah.
So maybe I was just hoping.
Somebody's Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
He was Omos's.
You know what? I am hoping that this is going to be really fun and they're not going to make it cheesy and stupid and safe. And it's actually just going to be a really fun, cool tournament. And I'm excited for it. I'm probably going to be let down, but as of now, I'm excited.
I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. I know this is a chance to put over some.
I'd love to see Zarya show up in this tournament. That would be awesome. Yeah. We're not going to do it because unlike AEW, they don't.
Where's Rhea, man?
Chances with intergender matches anymore. Not since China. I'll show my China shirt. Not since China was doing it.
I think.
Naomi Jax did show up in the men's Royal Rumble a couple years ago. Nia Jax. Okay. Nia Jax. I know name.
Also,
name and name.
Awesome
what is
Kong.
name?
Also, Awesome Kong was in a Royal Rumble.
That's true. And she probably did better than Nia Jax because Awesome Kong is, in fact, awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep rolling here because we got a lot of stuff to go over. And it's already been almost an hour.
Yes.
And I'm hungry, damn it.
Yeah, same.
All right. And we still have all of AEW to go over. We have a lot of shit to cover on AEW. Because they've been doing some cool shit. Anyway, Javon Evans takes on Saquon Sugars from Dark State. I really, honestly, I have it written down. Dark State, I guess. Who the hell knows? Javon is better than this shit. I was rolling my eyes when this was announced because I really do think Javon was better than this shit. But it was actually a really good match.
Yeah.
They put on a good show. Javon won.
I am not compelled by Dark State at all.
They're trying to push him, but they have no real personalities.
I feel like
they're just kind of there.
If you think of those really great factions, like right off the top of my head, Generation X. It's like I like the Triple H.
It's on your top of your head because should I show my China shirt?
Yeah, because like everybody kind of filled a niche. And they all had their own separate personalities. Like you
had the big, tough, beefy guy, Triple H, the little mouthy guy, and Shawn Michaels, the little, the quick high flyer in X-Pac.
Road Dogg and Billy Gunn were
like the weird tag team dudes that didn't really fit in anywhere else, but had a home there. China.
Yeah. Or like I said, or like Nation,
being the Marina Shafir of the group, being the glue.
Yeah, or like Nation of Domination, or some of the better incarnations of the Four Horsemen. I would say like your Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham incarnation.
Oh yeah, good stuff there.
Early NWO with Hogan, Nash, Hall. Again,
oh yeah. Before the entire roster joined up, like everybody was kind of a Don Callis family.
Yeah. I say there are like everywhere with women, like the Beautiful People, with Angelina Love, Velvet Sky. I would again like a good faction. Every member kind of has like that certain niche.
I think with a lot of those, though, it was like they were able to, before the faction became the faction, sort of show their personalities in a lot of other ways.
Yeah.
They came into it as this guy who does this thing.
I also think factions, some of the best.
And Darkseid is just like, we've seen some of these guys like Dion Lennox. I remember they had some storyline with him and Ashante the Adonis and Carmen Petrovic, but he didn't do anything and he didn't have a personality there. And some of these guys had been around, but they didn't have any personalities, and now they still don't have personalities. They just like, this was the first match that I actually paid attention to what Darkseid was doing. And it was only one guy. And honestly, it was a really good match. It was really impressive. Like, okay, if they had been doing this with all the guys in Darkseid up until this point, I might actually give a shit about them or know who anybody is except for Saquon Sugars, who to this point I've been referring to as if Mark Briscoe was a black guy who was a Zoomer. That's how I've been referring to Saquon Sugars up until this point. Like, you guys got to do something. You clearly do have talent here. Do something with them outside of the ring.
I feel like there's no mission statement with them on the ring, other than like,
oh no, they show up. Oh, I'm gonna beat the people. Okay,
yeah, they're disgruntled because they haven't had a shot at the.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's Shield 3.0 to a certain degree, but you don't have,
but without the personalities of like Seth Rollins, or Roman Reigns, even face Roman Reigns.
The Shield worked because those were distinct guys.
Yeah,
you're Dean Ambrose. Like I said, Dean Ambrose.
I think they kind of went into it ass backwards. Yeah, quite frankly, like you could have something there, but you're just doing it the wrong way.
Again, there's no distinction between any of them besides like basic facial features, skin color, whatever.
Yeah,
there's nothing to them. Like again, that faction does not work.
They should, instead of Darkseid, they should be called Tabula Rasa, because there ain't shit there.
Insert action name here.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, it was the Void. That's pretty accurate. It was a good match. I want to see more of that. Anyway, so the final, at the end, it was Chelsea Green and Ethan Page came out to celebrate their mixed tag titles. There was a big fake cake in the ring. And they were like, don't say his name. Don't say his name. And finally, Ethan Page was like, let's just get ready to beat him up. And then we'll say his name. So we'll beat him up whenever he comes out. So they gathered around the cake. And they said his name. And the Joe Henry theme started playing. And he came in from off stage like everybody else. And I can't remember what happened, but Thea Hale jumped out of the cake. So Thea Hale and Joe Henry are, I guess, teaming up to do a mixed tag match against Chelsea Green and Ethan Page.
I'm glad Thea Hale is back.
Honestly,
I feel that's an underused talent, and I feel
absolutely, like yeah. This is going to be a great fucking match. I cannot wait for this. This is going to be so fun because Chelsea Green is an amazing, she's an amazing wrestler, but she's an amazing comedy wrestler. Mm-hmm. Joe Hendry, same thing. Thea Hale, same thing. Ethan Page is a fairly serious wrestler, but he can do comedy really well. Yeah. This is going to be just such a great match. I cannot wait for this match. I really cannot. I'm excited, man. Anyway, so that's it for the world of WWE. Let's talk about some AEW stuff.
We got quite a bit to cover.
We have a lot to cover. This is all my notes from Wednesday, and I didn't take notes on Saturday. I just downloaded some shit from the internet about the match cards. So let's get to it because we got a lot to cover. All right, Collision.
Did we watch Collision?
Yes. Oh, okay. I didn't take notes on it, but we watched it.
Refresh my memory.
All right, tag team match. The IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh yeah.
Takeshita and the AEW Unified Champion Okada of the Don Callis family went up against Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. I seem to remember it being a pretty good match, except that both sides went after their own partners at one point.
I felt that was a little awkward story-wise.
It was a little awkward story-wise. And then Anthony Bowens and Max Caster, basically, it was a squash match.
Yeah, turned on each other. Yeah.
They both turned on each other. Yeah. Takeshita and Okada turned on each other a little bit, but not as much as Bowens and Caster did. Those two kind of went after each other.
Both of them need to get a room.
Yeah, really. Especially the first two. They'll have beautiful Japanese babies with bizarre long blonde hair. Yeah. All right, CMLL World Championship match. Mercedes Moné, 72 belts Moné, strikes again. I don't know what she's up to, 12?
12, going on 13.
72. Yeah. 72 belts Moné. Went up against Olympia for CMLL. Won, retains her CMLL belt. I don't think we did watch some of this. I don't remember that.
I remember watching this.
You saw that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Megan Bain and Marina Shafir went up against Dixon Newell and Miranda Elise. It was a bit of a squash match.
But I will give them credit for them introducing their a queer couple, I guess.
Yeah, queer couple. That was pretty cool. They were kind of a queer couple who was also a tag team.
Yeah.
And honestly, they're pretty good. I want to see more of them, but going up against, anybody going up against Marina Shafir.
Megan Bain.
Megan Bain, less so, but Marina Shafir, she's a tough bitch, and I love her. Megan Bain's gotten better. I know we've, had things to say about Megan Bain, but she's gotten better.
Mostly you.
No, you described her as basically a headdress. She's basically a costume. She's gotten better. She's not a lot better, but she's gotten better. That was a good match, though, actually. I liked... Well, that's not even the same one.
I might be better than BFAB.
Megan Bain is slightly better Josh Briggs that the crowd likes a lot more, in my opinion. But I want to see Nixon Newell and Miranda Elise a lot more. I like them. I thought they worked well together. They seem interesting. I hope they aren't just jobbers. I
think they're trying to bring them in as something, but I think this is their first run-in with the company.
I think they
might be going over ROH or something like that.
Oh, maybe, yeah. But I'd like to see more of them. Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, and Commander went up against LFI, Sammy Guevara, the faction Ingobernable, Sammy Guevara, the Beast Mortos, and Dralistico. I thought it was Roosh. Was it Dralistico?
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently, okay. Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, and Commander defeated LFI. See, if Roosh had been there and not Dralistico, if Roosh had been there and not Sammy Guevara, they would have won. I don't know. Sammy Guevara is fine. He kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know. He's okay. He's fine.
You just like it because you like the conglomerate's opening.
Yeah, the conglomeration has the best entrance music now because it's basically a 90s sitcom.
Yeah, it's basically Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Anyway, MXM TV casting call. Bang Bang Gang defeats Manson, Mansoor, and Johnny TV. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. What is MXM TV casting call? I don't remember this.
That's Maximum Male Models.
Oh, right. Yeah. So what the fuck was happening?
Oh, they were doing like the equivalent of an open call thing, and that's like a open challenge. And there's
oh, okay. So them against the Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a weird way to put that.
Yeah.
I don't remember half of these, honestly.
I remember them. That's what you told me.
I know we watched it.
Yeah,
I remember the first one. Yeah. Maybe I was doing the laundry.
Yes, you were doing the laundry.
That's part. I know. I remember Monet came out and did something, but I don't remember the match. And I remember the Megan Bain in that match. That was good. Yeah, I think I was doing the laundry and I was kind of in and out. So yeah, that was a thing. The Maximum Male Models are still employed with AEW. Yes. You heard it here first, guys.
Yes. And so is John Morrison and John Morrison's wife. I forget her name.
Okay, Ring of Honor World Championship match. Bandito against Mascara Dorada. Bandito won. I kind of vaguely remember that one.
Yes.
And then Samoa Joe came out for promo. This is
where you're like trying to figure out how a magic trick works.
Yes. So Tony Schiavone was behind Samoa Joe talking about his match with Adam Page.
I'm surprised you don't have like a bulletin board back here with a bunch of like red.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the next going. I'm trying to figure out how they did this.
We're leading back to 9/11 and the grassy knoll.
So it turns out that so Tony Schiavone was wearing a Phantom of the Opera mask outfit, but specifically the mask. So then he was doing an interview with Samoa Joe. I still can't figure out how they got the audio to sound like it was coming out from the ring. That's the thing that kills me, that I can't figure out. Because Adam Page was dressed as Tony Schiavone, and he took off a really, really good Tony Schiavone mask that, to be perfectly honest, if it didn't have the Phantom of the Opera half cover on it, like, we probably would have noticed there was something wrong with it, but it was so well done that they thought to put on the fake Tony Schiavone mask and then the Phantom of the Opera mask, so you would see the Phantom of the Opera mask and not think about like the eyes and the coloring of Tony Schiavone mask. Yeah. It was like something out of a really good spy movie, and you're like, oh, that would never work. It totally fucking works. Oh my God, I owe so many apologies to James Bond movies. Okay, like it was so freaking cool. I still don't know how they got the audio to work so well. But so anyway, it's Adam Page. Adam Page takes off his mask and puts Samoa Joe in a, what do you call it? A Nelson.
Full
Nelson.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but because I was just like geeking out over the mask thing. I was like, oh my God, it's Adam Page. Oh my God. Yeah. It was cool. It was really fucking cool. Anyway, I was geeking. They got me. Yeah. It was fun. Anyway. All right. So that was
Collision.
A thing. And then I have another thing. Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite. That's what the thing is called. It's called proper nouns.
I have a lot of notes. I'm a little lost. There's been a lot of cool shit going on in AEW. Right. A lot of cool shit going on at Dynamite, specifically. So, we will start, I'll start. They're introducing a women's tag team belt, which is really cool.
2 of them.
Yes, in fact, two of them, a pair.
A pair of tag teams.
So they don't just have to like share them. It's not just real long, and they have to like share them, and they have to like walk four-legged up to the...
Let's be honest, if Monet wants it, she's just going to run off with both.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. So that's coming up. That's really cool. They're bringing back the national championship. It says the national championship is a storied, prestigious professional wrestling championship representing the top prize in the NWA's Georgia Championship Wrestling, one of the top wrestling promotions in the entire country, but the title hasn't been seen on TBS since 1986. So they're bringing back a historic, storied, classic title, and they're having a big tournament for that. Also, I have Blood and Guts. Oh, Blood and Guts is going to be a special PLE that is airing next Wednesday night on Dynamite, like normal. And there's a big Blood and Guts 6-on-6 tournament for the men's and the women's. And it's going to be the first women's tournament for the Blood and Guts match. So that's going to be really cool. We'll talk about that at the end. Or well, maybe we talk about it now because there are a bunch of like things about advantage matches. So let's talk about it now. All right, the women's Blood and Guts match, the first ever on Wednesday night, is going to be Mercedes Moné, Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, and the ladies from the Triangle of Madness, Tekla, Sky Blue, and
Julia Hart.
Thank you. Basically, all the big baddies versus all the big goodies. Versus Chris Statlander, Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Mina Shirakawa, who is unfortunately replacing Queen Aminata, who got injured in the tag team tournament. Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron. Damn, it's going to be a good fucking match.
What role will doll Mercedes Moné, the Mercedes Moné puppet play this?
I feel like this is going to be like a Legeska Mr. Iguana thing where like real Monet is going to have to take on puppet Monet. But maybe that's just me thinking out loud, hoping out loud that this is going to be like a thing. I kind of want to get a Legeska puppet and one of the Mercedes puppets and have them go out on a date together because it would be adorable. And share like
a love triangle,
a puppet milkshake.
A love triangle between them and El Diminito.
El Diminito just wants to break them up so he can have the Mercedes Moné puppet for himself. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So the men's Blood and Guts match, again, it's all the biggies. Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia, and Pac, everybody's favorite dark elf, who now looks like he's gone to business school and it's not nearly as fun. Versus Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, Roderick Strong, and Darby Allin. I'm not sure why, but the women's Blood and Guts match is going to be 6-on-6. The men's is going to be 5-on-5. I don't know if they just didn't have enough people available that night, but they're both going to be really good matches. I'm pretty excited to watch them both on Wednesday. So, all right.
I just have a feeling in the men one, Darby Allin is going to do something to where I sit there and wonder how he's not in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I wonder that pretty much every time he's on screen. I'm like, how is this guy like 35 and still walking? I don't understand it. All right, so at the beginning, Tony Schiavone was out doing his announcer stuff like you do. And the Ops came out to try and destroy him.
Yeah, they weren't too happy about his supposed involvement in the events of last Saturday.
Of the Phantom of the Wrestling ring. He claims that he was not involved in it, but I genuinely do not know how he could not have been involved in it. He had to have been involved in it.
Otherwise, Adam Page should be used AI for that trick.
Not cool.
Not cool.
You're better than that.
You're better than AI is bad.
So, Samoa Joe wants Tony Schiavone's blood. A bunch of security came out to protect Schiavone, followed by Adam Page. The Ops tried to go after Schiavone and Page, but Schiavone took off because he's smart. Hook and Eddie Kingston came out to interrupt. We're assuming the Ops are heels now. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But that'll be pretty good. We will get back to them at the end of the night because they have a match at the end of the night scheduled. 3-on-3. The double three-way match scheduled. All right. I guess the Young Bucks are okay. The Don Callis family is trying to woo the Young Bucks in. They had like a big party.
Their family's not big enough. They need to be bigger.
They had a big like party meet and greet thing
Pizza
where
was
Don
served.
Callis was trying to talk to
Soda,
them.
punch and
And
pie.
all of the rest of the Don Callis family came out, and it was a lot.
Oliver.
It was like that first Thanksgiving. I took Dan to meet my family, and there were like 50 people in my mom's house, which was only about a third of the people in my mom's family. I have 31 first cousins on that side of the family.
Some of them in luchador masks. It was great.
You know what? If I brought a bunch of luchador masks to a family reunion and my uncles got drunk, my uncles and my cousins would put on the luchador masks and have like a fake wrestling match in the backyard, and it would be awesome. Because we're a bunch of crazy hillbillies and we do this shit.
What? No.
Anyway, all right.
No.
So yeah, Don Callis is trying to. They're awesome, but they're hillbillies. They're crazy drunken hillbillies. Yeah. So
somebody's done a possum recipe on there. I'm pretty sure.
My Uncle Willie made. I don't know if he still does it, but he made the world's best deer jerky. It's not possum,
impressive,
but it's close. It was deers that they hunted and shot and cleaned themselves. I myself have helped process and wrap up pieces of deer meat that my uncles have hunted and killed and cleaned and helped process it, wrap it up in butcher paper for freezing and distribution throughout the family. We're hillbillies. Anyway. So the Don Callis family is trying to woo the Young Bucks in. They've been kind of on hard times lately. They had some money and then they blew it all and now they're poor. Boo-hoo, welcome to life. We've been surviving being poor for a while. It's okay. Anyway, the women's tag title match, tournament match number 2. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we should talk about the brackets. So there's 4 tag team matches on either side of the bracket.
8 teams, 4 matches.
Yes, on one side. Okay, one side is Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata versus Julia Hart and Sky Blue. And then Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron versus Mercedes Moné and Athena. Now, last week is when Queen Aminata got injured in the first of the tag tournament bracket matches. Yes. So she is out for the
foreseeable future,
the Blood and Guts match, also for the foreseeable future. The Sisters of Sin won that first tag team match. Last Wednesday, it was Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron versus Mercedes Moné and Athena.
Yeah.
Oh, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron are now the Babes of Wrath. I should put that. Yes. That was a great fucking match.
It was just a very surprising. I totally thought it was going to be a squash match with Monet and Athena progressing through.
But the Babes of Wrath won.
Yes, they could might possibly pull the whole thing off. I mean, that'd be cool. To me, they are the absolute underdogs of this whole thing.
Especially since they have worked together in like trios. They have worked together in both in separate tag teams. Because Harley Cameron and Chris Statlander have recently been tag teaming. But Chris Statlander now has the women's title, so I guess they've kind of moved. Because Willow has gone in on tag teams, on triple matches, on faction fights, and she has gone in solo. So she's pretty versatile. Harley Cameron has done the same. So they work really well together. I'm pretty excited to see where they end up. The opposite side of the bracket is Alex Windsor and Rio versus Toni Storm and Mia Shirakawa. And Megan Payne and Penelope Ford versus TJ. I know one of those has happened, and I can't remember which one. Because I didn't write that down. Anyway, all right. So we're at the tag title tournament. Oh, no, we talked about that. Okay. Full Gear Gauntlet match for the first ever AEW National Championship title was the Hurt Syndicate
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, they came out.
They're announcing how the national title is going to be won. It's going to be a reverse
A tournament.
Yeah, well, it's
match
a reverse.
With gauntlet match, full gear gauntlet match, gauntlet match at Full Gear, the next PLE that they have coming up. The Hurt Syndicate came out to announce that Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are both going to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
GLA came out, and I think it was Ricochet was announcing that he was also going to be in the tournament, but I don't know.
It's not really a tournament as much as it is just a gauntlet match. And the gauntlet match.
I'm sorry, yeah, I keep saying tournament. It's a gauntlet match. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah, the gauntlet match will basically determine who will be the first national champion.
So the first three we have in there are Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and Ricochet. Mm-hmm. I feel like, depending on how it goes, Ricochet. Oh, the cat is under the ring.
Oh, and he's gone.
Oh, okay. All right. Then there have been Blood and Guts Advantage battles. I missed some of this. Okay. The first Blood and Guts Advantage battle of the night was Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio Castagnoli won. It's the best 2 out of 3. So there's one from each side going up in 2 advantage matches. If one of each wins, then there's a third advantage match scheduled. So the first for the Blood and Guts Advantage battle for the night was Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio wins, 1 point for the Death Riders. And then the second one of the night was Darby Allin versus Daniel Garcia, and Darby Allin won, which means that there's going to be the number 3 advantage match is going to be between Jon Moxley and Roderick Strong, and that should be Saturday, I'm guessing.
Yes, I guess my money would wind up being on Moxley winning that one out.
And I think that probably the Death Riders are going to get the advantage in the match.
Yeah, it's usually heels get the advantage in that kind of situation. Just makes it more interesting.
And there was one Blood and Guts Advantage battle for the women's match for the night. This granted with Queen Aminata. See, I just call her Queen Amidala. I keep calling her Queen Amidala, and you keep calling her Queen Empanada. We're having trouble here. We love her. She's good. Queen Aminata.
I like empanadas.
Yeah. Being injured kind of messed up the advantage matches a little bit. So they had the first one for the women's tonight, which was Mina Shirakawa, who has taken the place for Aminata, versus Megan Bain. Tony Storm was at the commentary desk, and that's always fun. Apparently, at some point in the past couple of weeks, Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa have gotten married because Tony referred to her as her wife. Mm-hmm. So good for them.
It's the biggest thing. It'll never hold up in court.
Yeah. I think unless Juice is into it, in which case Thruple's totally cool. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Marina Shafir snuck up behind Tony Storm at the commentary desk and tried to jump her. Megan Bain won the actual advantage match, and it turned into a big brawl with Triangle Madness. Tony Storm, Marina Shafir, Mina Shirakawa, Megan Bain, the Triangle of Madness, Jamie Hayter, Willa Nightingale, and Harley Cameron all came out. Mercedes Moné came out last and was going to help, decided she didn't want to. Chris Statlander came out behind her and took her out. It was a whole big match. It was
delirium. We thought he killed her even worse.
It was great. It was weird. There were like a bunch of main events, but there was only one main event. It kind of took a little bit. Anyway, so the second advantage match is going to be Saturday on Collision. It's going to be Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue. That should be a really good match. And then if Jamie Hayter wins that, then the third advantage battle for the women's Blood and Guts match on Collision is going to be Harley Cameron versus Tekla, which should also be a really good match.
I feel like Tekla's going to come out on top for that one.
Yeah, I think so. You think Jamie Hayter's going to be Sky Blue?
I wouldn't think so. I tend to think Jamie Hayter would have the advantage on that one. I think Sky Blue's a fine performer and all, but I just feel like Hayter's
a little bit.
Yeah, better, like a former world champion. Yeah. Unless something happens, there could be outside interference. You never know. Okay.
All right, well, let's get back to the regular scheduled program. FDR managed to lock Brodito in their dressing room. So Dax and Cash came out to the ring to talk about it and left Stokely guarding the door that they locked.
Yeah.
FTR found so Bandito's grandmother and family and brother, who's also a luchador apparently,
they were out in the audience.
Cash,
yeah.
they were in the audience. Dax and Cash went out.
Yeah,
and were insulting Bandito's grandma, who slapped Dax in the face. So I have a note in here: "Yay, abuelita! Go, abuelita!" Bandito's brother, who is also a luchador, goes after Dax and Cash. The funniest part in what was a great episode was all of a sudden Stokely is standing in front of the door, laughing that they got one up on Brodito, and Brody punched his way through the door, so it's like a horror movie.
Like the
where it's like
particle board that
had. Brody punches through, and you see just this arm come out, and Stokely's just like, ah! And it's like a horror movie where he comes out and he just grabs it. And then they cut back to the ring. It was amazing. Oh my god. It was such a good episode. It's hilarious. I'm laughing and farting at the same time. That's how funny it was.
Yes.
Just honestly,
both.
Stokely's face it sold it so well. It was so funny. Oh my god. I gotta find it. I have to find a screenshot of that. It's hilarious.
Somebody's probably turned it into a GIF by now.
A GIF. I hope.
That too.
Yeah, so it was Wednesday night's episode was such a good episode. If you have the chance to go back and watch it, definitely do that. It was great. All right, but the final main event, the main event, if you will, was the Trios Championship, the Ops versus Adam Page, Hook, and Eddie Kingston. And that was a great fucking match too.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
The Ops retained. Both Hook and Adam Page looked like they were actually in pain. Hook had, what did he do? He did something to his back. He was trying to lift up Spada, and he couldn't do it. Like, I think he tweaked his back or something. Adam Page ended up going through a table from pretty high up, off the... Where was it that he got thrown off of? Onto the table.
I don't remember.
It was pretty high up, and he landed bad. He looked like he was in bad shape. So it ended a lot earlier than expected, but I think that the Hook and Adam Page actually may have gotten a bit injured, and they just kind of wrapped it up, a little bit earlier. So I hope they're okay. I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen the next two AEW episodes. How things end up on Saturday for the tag tournament and the Blood and Guts Advantage matches. And, of course, Blood and Guts on Wednesday night is going to be really good. Do you want to live stream that?
I think I'm good for that.
Okay. We're not going to live stream it, but we'll talk about it next week.
It kind of sucks that we're not going to be able to, the first year we're not going to be able to live stream the Royal Rumble coming up in January.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning to...
Because they had to move it to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Your second best pay-per-view, but to my favorite.
Best pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It is the funnest and the coolest and the most engaging pay-per-view, and you have to ruin it for moving it to freaking Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I'm not related to Lewis Black. We just have similar anger issues.
Yes, I'm not. I think that's going to be a good point to wrap up this episode because we're hungry.
We're hungry. God damn it. It's 20 to 4.
We're hungry. God damn it.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah. All right.
Please don't hurt me.
No, that's my Lewis Black impression.
It's very good.
With my voice. But it's also how I actually am most of the time. Anyway, we're going to go. We're hungry. It's almost 6. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. We actually had 2 viewers at once in this episode. So, thanks, guys. That's really cool. That's very encouraging. We appreciate it.
Yeah, for the second person, if you stuck around a little longer, there would have been the live sex scene. But it's good for you. Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
No. There goes our last viewer.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
All right.